And what is up, everybody? Jeremy here, and in this video we got RamTech Unlimited version 2.54 coming at you. This one addresses a few minor bugs, adds more features to the Maxi Pad, and also adds a few more ships. But before we get into the details of all that is new, I also wanted to share that I did a lot of QA this last weekend, played all the Freestar quests, the Crimson Fleet versus, or UC versus Crimson Fleet quests, Vanguard quests, and did all of Watchtower and didn't crash at all. So I'm just trying to go out there and say, all right, where could issues be? Trying to figure out what could possibly cause issues for people, and this is what it came up with. So one, if you don't have the latest update to RamTech Unlimited, I know that 2.52 might cause some conflicts with the ship vendor framework, so that was one, but I addressed that in 2.53. But the other one I want to try to figure out is that if you don't see the updates, one thing you might want to do is remove the Maxi Pad, right, that you already laid on before you updated. Remove that Maxi Pad and put in a new one, and you might see the new updates there, because that's running an older script or another version of a script, so that might be causing issues if you don't see the correct features that your Maxi Pad should do. Now, the other part that I wanted to try to figure out is what's causing corrupt files. So I tried to figure this out. I looked it up, and the one thing that I found, and I was able to duplicate it, is that if you remove RamTech Unlimited out of your load order, right, and you didn't remove the Maxi Pad first, there's a good chance you might have corrupted your file by doing that. All right, so and that's just a good rule of thumb in general. If you before you remove a mod out of your load order, it's a good rule of thumb to remove everything that's custom from that mod, everything that's injected from that mod, and for the most part, the landing pad, which the Maxi Pad, is an important piece to your outpost. Your ship is on there. There's like all this pieces that are connected to the landing pad in the game. All these scripts connected to the landing pad. So if it's gone and it's supposed to be there, there's a good chance you might have corrupted your file. Like if you only had the kiosk or my armor, like the custom armor you see here, if you remove that out of your load order, it just disappears, right? It's just unloaded. But something like a Maxi Pad, a landing pad in general, or maybe some other items from other mods, maybe like a ship, ship parts, like a hab or something like that. If you unload that mod before removing those pieces, those custom pieces, it might crash and cause your files to be corrupt. Yeah, corrupt your files. So yeah, that's what I wanted to put out there. But some basic things that you should do when trying out a new mod is, one, create a save before you actually install a mod, and then create a second save. All right, create a second save, so that's the new save that you will apply the mod to, and then that's when you download your mod, put it in your load order, try out the mod, see if you like it or not. And if you don't like it and you want to remove it from your load order, make sure you remove everything out of there that's custom, because that might corrupt your save. So that's just a quick rule of thumb. Other than that, let's go ahead and check out the new features to the landing pad. This is pretty cool. I enhanced it pretty significantly. I think this would be really cool. This is a really cool update. This is a really cool update. I had some aha moments. So let's go ahead and lay down the Maxi Pad Extra. I'm going to lay down a Maxi Pad Extra for you today. And I also found out that these little kiosks here, after I did the Freestar Rangers quest, it didn't work. Right? See, like right now it's locked, and then I went back to it. After I locked it, it doesn't actually give you the mission. So I don't know what's going on there. Same thing happens in Watchtower. They have like these kiosks available for you to play at the play with at the, what's it called? The satellite, not the satellite. What do you call those things? Star Dock. That's Star Dock. it's like I just lost the name of it. The space station. Yeah, the space station. So they have these same kiosks on the space station, but they don't work. So I don't know if that's something new, a new issue or whatever, but I'll leave it here for now in case I figure out what you need to do to make it work. But yeah, let's check out what you're doing here. The Maxi Pad Ship Builder Control Console made some big updates here. Let's talk about the ships first. So I added a new set of ships. So let's go to our favorites, and it loads ships. So it puts up a message for you now that says, hey, it's loading ships. It might take a while. But yeah, the Kirov is now on the Maxi Pad. So I put the Kirov 4 in your favorites so you can compare it to the Claymore. All right. So check that one out. That's pretty cool. One thing I also did was I added the identifier of how many ships are in a specific catalog. And if you look at the catalog itself, I decided to spell catalog for those of you in the UK, and also added the catalog version for those of you in the US. So yeah, that's there for you. So yeah, that's one. Added the Kurov, and if I go to the manufacturer ships from Nova Galactic, I added all 4 versions there. So it's loading ships. This may take a while. Let it load. It'll load up. So yeah, it loads the vendor when you click on the catalog. So there you go. So all 4 versions of the Kirov. And here's the nice thing. Once you actually load the catalog, it's there. It loads up quickly. So that's one thing. And I'll explain what's happening here because I have another feature that's really cool. I really like this because it allows you to stay on the planet now and reset the vendors. But yeah, let's check out the other piece. The unique ships from the base game. Load those ships. All right, I added the simulator ship. So this is, I actually rebuilt it. So this is a built copy of the simulator ship. The inside is not going to be the same. So like the original simulator ship is a set piece. It's not really an actual ship. So you can't actually like buy it and put it together. So I just made a version, like an exact replica. What do you call it? It's not a replica. It's like I created a new one. I created a one that you could actually play. So you could get the simulator ship, the parts as is. It has the same stats as the simulator ship in the simulator. It just doesn't have the same like internal insides that you would see in the simulator itself. All right, so I actually built out the ship, and it gave me a chance to actually work in the creation kit and figure out and just create my very first ship inside the ship builder in the creation kit. So that was cool, and yeah, I actually built my first ship in the creation kit, the full ship. There you go. Now let's talk about the DLC ship. So I did separate the favorite and unique category versus the DLC ships. So I wanted to start building this out for scalability. So if you go to buy DLC ships, it's all there now in its own category. So select DLC ship catalog, and larger catalogs will take longer to load, and you must have DLC installed and activated in the load order, right? And if I click on Falkland Systems, it'll load the ships, and it will inject it at the same time. And once it's load, there it is. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to show. Okay, actually, yeah, notice how it took a while to load. If I go back, it loads up quickly, right? Because now the vendor is here, and I'll explain what happens. But I'm going to just load all these other ships, show you all of Terra Namata, right? So this is all here now. Going to load in the Trackers Alliance. There's 3 ships there, so it loads up quickly. The Decoy, the Junker Watchdog, and people are wanting the Orchid, so that's there. And then all of the Watchtower ships. Let that load. So there you go. All 14 of these are here. So this is what happens. Every time you are clicking on one of these catalogs, you are loading a brand new vendor. Here, it's an invisible vendor. So think the ship technician in Atlantis is loading up invisibly. And I played with the code. I said, all right, I want to make him visible. There is actually a ship technician here. And if I click on all the catalogs, right, there's going to be like all the categories. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories here. There will be 7 different ship technicians representing each catalog on its own. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because I finally figured out a method where you can reset all the vendors, right, without leaving the planet and coming back. So this is what I did. I'm going to go to the DLC ships. I'm going to buy all the Falkland system ships. I'm just going to purchase all of them. Just purchase this. Purchase that. Just getting all of them. Just getting all of them. right, so I wiped out all the ships. Okay, exit is going to show up there in a little bit. There it is. And if we go into view and modify my ships, you can see that I have all 6 ships, including and plus the Frontier, readily available for me to edit. All right, none of the ships disappeared. So now, I had this option to reset the DLC vendors. I made it now reset all vendors. And what I do to make this work is that I make all those invisible ship technicians, like, I reset them. I remove them. All right, I remove them from here. So that's how I make it reset. So I reset all the vendors. It will remove all the invisible vendors, all the invisible ship technicians from this area. Give me the indicator that it's worked, that it's done, right? And if I go back and click on that buy DLC ships, you'll see that the Falkland Systems vendor is going to take time to reload. And when it does, it reloads all the ships. So that was my key thing that I was able to figure out this weekend. So, okay, cool. I can give you a way to reset the inventory after you buy something, right? Buy it, add another one, and if I go to view and modify ships, now see I have 2 of them now. So, and if I wanted to just get that ship back, reset the ship vendors, all right? Go back to Falkland Systems, let it load, and boom, there it is. You get all 6 ships back again. And yeah, and like I said, once you load it, it loads up quickly. But if you want to reset, it'll go through that process where it'll remove all those invisible vendors, and then, hey, let's call them back and reload it and reload all the ships according to that catalog. So that, to me, that was my big aha moment. That was my cool moment. And I really feel like at this point right now, I've really set the foundation. I couldn't find anything. I looked at Darkstar specifically. I haven't bought it yet. I'll probably buy that soon and play around with it. And yeah, I don't want to pay for it just yet because I just wanted to figure it out. But based on what I read about Darkstar, read their notes, they don't have anything that conflict with my mod. They take on the same philosophy as I do. It's like, I don't want to modify anything in the base game. I just want to build on top of it, maybe inject files into it, but be safe where it doesn't actually change anything in the vanilla game, right? So that's what Darkstar does. So I based on that, it should be safe. So once again, is it me? Is it my mod? Is it someone else's mod? Or is it Starfield? That's where the questions come down to. I feel like where my mod right now, where RamTech Unlimited is right now, it's very safe. If you have any questions, please let me know. I know that Altech has made a comment, so I'm looking to add his ships to the Maxi Pad real soon. So I'm going to say hi to him as well. And I think the next big project I'm going to take on as I just try to make things or smoothen things out even more is I'm going to work on the kiosk more to make sure those files, like everything that's on the kiosk, can be removed easily. It's not being removed consistently right now. Like it looks like there's still objects being left behind. So I want to figure that out. I know a lot more through the experience in working on the Maxi Pad. I think I could figure out how to make sure that the removal of the kiosk can be a lot more smoother and not jump a bunch of inventory on you or on your ship. So that's my next goal. If you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, guys, have yourselves an amazing day. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, as everything does help out. Special thank you to our patrons and supporters. Without you, we just wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So thank you once again. And of course, you want to help me out even further, check out J. Ramos Works Creative, where I turn discarded objects into sci-fi fantasy art with heart. The goal there is not to only entertain, but inspire people to become creative, whether doing something hands-on or by creating a narrative. Other than that, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.